Hello, Zach Richardson here for LeanLaw, and in this video we're going to take a look at our Timekeeper detail report. This report can be found in the Select Report navigation item under the Reports section by clicking on Timekeeper detail. And this report provides us a summary level overview of each of our timekeepers' activity with respect to a given matter. It provides us a few pieces of information, the first being this billed hours column. This column is the sum of hours that have been entered into LeanLaw by a given timekeeper for a specific matter that have been invoiced to the client. Similarly, there's this column that's the unbilled hours column, which are the sum of hours that have been entered by the timekeeper for the given matter that have not been invoiced to the client. And so this third column is just simply the sum of these first two columns. Next, we have the billed amount column, which is the dollar value of our billed hours column, meaning that if we take the hours in our billed hours column and each of the time entries that make up those billed hours, multiply those hours by their respective rates, that gives us our billed amount. And then also we have our unbilled amount column, which is a very similar equation where we take all of the unbilled hours, the time entries that make those up, multiply those time entries by their respective rates, and that gives us the unbilled amount values. And finally, we have the total amount column, which is simply the sum of the billed and unbilled amount columns. Now, we can filter down into these timekeeper details by selecting either a specific client, matter, time period, or user. So if we select, for instance, a specific user, in this case we'll do Gary Allen demo account, we'll now see that we only have activity or details for Gary Allen demo account and all the matters that that timekeeper has worked on. Similarly, we can filter down further by, for instance, client, and say that perhaps we only want to see activity for Hessington Oil, and now we see that this Gary Allen demo timekeeper has worked on 2 Hessington Oil matters, which are shown here. Now let's go ahead and clear these filters, and lastly take a look at this Excel export functionality. So let's click on the Excel icon, and we'll notice that we download a timekeeper detail Excel report, which we can open up in Excel. Note the warning that we received, but go ahead and select yes, because don't worry, we're not doing anything malicious to your computer. And in here we'll see a nicely formatted Excel table of all of our timekeeper detail in the report that we created in LeanLaw. And finally, if we go to File, Print, we can print that detail in a nicely formatted way.